Hello YouTube, bro. Shooting here in today's video. I'm out at Evergreen Park Ponds, out here fishing with Diego. The water's very clear, very cold. Just got done filming an ultralight fishing video. It was pretty tough. I'm gonna start off by throwing this little swim jig, but I think maybe the jerkbait will work. Oh, there's some wakes here. Look at that, you can see those wakes. I don't see the fish though. Anyways, we'll try a couple of different lures, some jerkbaits, maybe some jigs. Maybe the Texas rig dragging the bottom or the drop shot. You guys stay tuned. You guys, the fishing is pretty tough. I'm gonna try dragging this little jig at the bottom. See if they'll bite it. Come on, bass. They're down there. I think I know what you're talking about. That back pond way back there, it's still part of the golf course or no?
Yeah, it's still part of the golf course.
I know what you're talking about. I walked there one time only.
But it's next to the equipment shed.
Yeah, there's like a big building there. You fish on that one? You catch them or no?
I haven't fished there.
I fished once, but there was nothing, and the water was super dirty. The grass was super tall. That's why I never went back.
Yeah, this one?
Yeah. I was like, I don't know if there's fish in here. I could see the bluegill. Oh.
Oh, you got him. There you go.
Yes. Slowly fishing that jig. These fish, tough fishing today.
There you go.
He wanted that jig. Man, it's so tough today.
Oh,
I was like,
dude, you
man,
got that
he was barely in there.
You got that on tension. He did. I did it.
Get the fish?
Wow.
Yeah, go over there.
He wanted that. Man, there's a length on that bass. Kind of skinny though.
Yeah,
But he wanted that. That's that Z-Man. Snakehead. 3/8 ounce jig. Normally when it's cold, instead of a paddle tail trailer, I go with claws. Because you're going to get that action even just dragging it. And I was just dragging it. This bass. When the bass picked it up, I said, man, I got to hook him. Oh, there's something there.
I believe a turtle.
Very skinny bass, but he has length to him. He might be just down there sitting. He's not really feeding. Let's put him back in.
Normally this is right here is all muddy.
All muddy. If he was on the very bottom?
If they sit on the bottom, their stuff will be muddy.
That bass bit it. I was like, man, he wasn't even hooked. It was just tension. I pulled him out quick. Let's let him go. Huh? You want to touch it? It's slimy.
Skinny.
Yeah.
I bet.
Oh yeah. We're gonna let him in right here. He's gonna swim. There he goes. Nice. First fish of the day. Let's keep on fishing.
Yeah.
Alright, you guys, there's that lure. I had a feeling this would work because green pumpkin, very natural color. This water here is very clear, and I was just dragging it on the bottom. As soon as I felt the bite on it, I knew I had to set him because the fishing is so tough as it is. These bites, they are not very frequent right now. Come on, bass. There we go. Yeah, a little bluegill. He's pulling it. Oh, it's a good sized bluegill. Oh man, trout magnet kit keeps catching them. Whoa, 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 whoa. Nice bluegill. Oh man, pop that out of here. There we go. Nice. Let's put him back in. There he goes. Alright you guys, I decided to switch spots. Evergreen was pretty tough. We weren't getting many bites, so I came out to my neighborhood pond. Look at that right there. Doesn't that look like a snake from here? I walked around a little bit and it's actually a hat. It's covered in like moss. It's all green. It's disgusting. It looks like a snake from here. Anyways, I'm gonna cast towards this drain pipe, cast towards the fountain. I got my drop shot with me and my Texas rig. Let's see what we can figure out. You guys stay tuned. Oh, yeah. No! Look at him go. He hammered that lipless crankbait. Finally, we got a bite. Wow. Let's get back to fishing. What? It left, I think. I don't know. It is not biting this. There we go. Got one on the drop shot. Ooh. Oh, it's through water everywhere. He's shaking, he's shaking. He wanted that Roboworm. Oh, he just popped right off. Nice little bass. We're gonna put him back in now. There he goes. There we go. There we go. Oh, he came off. He hit it. Came right off. Man, I had felt the bite. He went for it again. Did not get hooked. I do not like this Bill Lewis rattle trap with that little leaf on the back. I truly do believe you need both trebles. That's normally what I fish, but I had this one in the box. I don't have my other one on me right now. Come on, bass, where are you? Oh, there we go. Right in front of me. Right in front of me. Came out and striked it. Wow. Very unexpected. Bass is very cold. Yeah, you do not want to get hooked. I'm gonna get the pliers. Pop that right out of you, little boy. Nice. That chrome and blue lipless was definitely doing it. Came up and hit it quick right here. Oh yeah. There he goes. Alright you guys, I hope you enjoyed today's video. As you can see, the fishing was very tough. I went out there with Diego and we fished for like probably around 4 to 5 hours and we were not getting many bites at all at Evergreen. But as you can see, one of the biggest fish that I caught there that day, or should I say the biggest fish I caught at Evergreen, did come on a jig, which comes highly recommended to fish in the winter and in the fall. We're still in the end of the fall. I was just dragging this jig here. This is the Z-Man Snakehead 3/8 ounce green pumpkin jig. Like I said, I cast it out there. I was just dragging it slowly because I normally swim the jigs. I mean, this is a swim jig, and I do a steady retrieve. Just going straight through the grass or coming up from the deep towards the shallow because of course I'm bank fishing. But anyways, I decided to switch it up a little and I was going to drag the bottom and I just barely felt the thump. I knew a fish had it and I set the hook on him. Luckily I was able to bring him in because it wasn't really a good hook set. It was a little hard to feel the bite, but I was able to bring him in. And this is a Strike King Rage Tail. This is the green pumpkin. They're little crawl lures. I believe I cut them down a little bit. Yeah, you can see it's cut down a little bit. That won't show up very well, but I like to have it closer to the end of the skirt. That way you don't get as many short strikes. If you wanted to, you could bring this up even more, but you don't want to bring it up too much because then you're going to mess with the action of those claws kicking. I feel like what I've noticed, or at least for what I like to do, when you get into the colder months, I don't really fish paddle tail lures a lot, which I know many people will, and you can, because of course it imitates the bait fish, but I like fishing these craws as a trailer because those little claws are going to stand up and kick even if you're fishing it slow, which can be key in the fall and the winter. But as you can see, what really got us a lot of the bites was the trout magnet kit. Of course, I took this trying to fish for trout, but there was no trout. We couldn't really get them to bite. I am going to go back there. I will film again with the trout magnet kit. I believe somewhere in the middle of January they're going to stock it again. I have to go online and look at the Texas Wildlife website. But I will be there, and I will try to catch some of those trout. Oh, I snagged that little girl was sitting on there. It got squished a little. I believe we caught one on white and chartreuse, and I think we got a bluegill on the straight white. I like to pair these up, of course, with their little hooks, which you can start to run out of eventually. I still got a bunch in here. They give you silver and gold. This is a 1/64 ounce jig head. You want to fish this on a light action rod or an ultralight with 2-pound or 4-pound line. I use 2-pound line, but here recently I switched out. I'm going to try 4 just to see. I'm sure you cannot cast it as far, but at least you're not going to lose as many fish from snapping the line. They're only going to snap the line if you have your drag set too tight and they do a hard pull. You're going to snap that line. But I have landed 2-pound bass with these little lures on 2-pound line, so it is possible. You just got to play them a little more, make sure the drag is not tight, and you wear them out a little and bring them in. But most of the time you're going to catch a lot of little bass. As you can see, that's what I caught today, and some bluegill. Anyways, when I decided the fishing was tough, I decided, you know what, before the day time runs out, I'm going to go to my neighborhood pond and see if I can catch some fish. I decided to throw this because it was tied on. This is the Bill Lewis 3/8 ounce. What do you call it? Lipless crankbait. Now, this one has a little feathered treble. Not a feathered treble, just a little tailspin on it. And normally, I fish the ones with 2 trebles, so you wouldn't have this tailspin here. Now, I don't know if they were biting it because of that extra flash, but I also feel like with this, you're going to have, wow, it's a lot of thunder. It's thundering outside. It's raining as I'm filming this outro. Anyways, you're going to have more flash, more action. You're going to be able to call in fish from farther with all this extra flash. But you are going to get short strikes. If those bass are chasing it and they bite this half of the lure, they're not going to get hooked. Which did happen a couple of times. Here recently, I did film another video, same pond. I caught some pretty good bass, so be on the lookout for that video, you guys. It's going to be coming soon. I just got to work on it a little and I'll upload it. But you guys will see that again. I upload twice a week. But let's just say we caught a couple of fish on this same lipless. Anyways, this is the style I normally fish. This is like my go-to lipless right here. It's the exact same, just you have 2 trebles instead of that tailspin on the back. Very nice rattles on it. Nice chrome color, blue back. That's my go-to. I've caught many fish on these lures. That's the Bill Lewis rattle trap. Anyways, like I said, you guys, be on the lookout for that video. I fished this lipless. Was it this one? No, not this one. One like this with the tailspin. And although I did get some short strikes, I landed a couple of bass and a pretty good one. So be on the lookout for that video, you guys. I hope you enjoyed today's video. Please give it a thumbs up. Thanks for watching. Comment, rate, and subscribe.